most venues in the National Football League. You get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workman-like in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll run for the first down with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Eagles first down.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action? Maybe.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Up the gun, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Intended for Rashee Rice. Incomplete. Andrew Makuba on the coverage.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me. On offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
At the Eagles.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. McCaffrey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Got a man. It's Brown. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Rice. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And they'll get this just to the 47th. 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
McCaffrey running up the middle. They juked him. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Eagles had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A gain of 5. First down, Philadelphia.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. The carry here for the big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 3. First down, Eagles.
Running left, it's Barkley. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 3rd and 2.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Butker's kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And this is Daniel Jones as he'll look for and find the rookie tight end, Tyler Warren. A 27-yard touchdown pass. The Colts are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's the big man, James Conner. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away. It's a touchdown. The Cardinals even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And it's the tight end, Hunter Henry. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. 56 yards, touchdown. The Pats get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Now a second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
He'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up fourth. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes going to throw.
Open man right side is Rice.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
15 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as a tackle made at the 18.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down.
Mahomes now to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
But on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line.
Eagles first down.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he sheds a tackle, now he's got some space. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chiefs 14.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. Got him in over the middle. Worthy. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
3rd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
It's fourth down.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10. And the Eagles offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's second and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Here's McKee. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw, McKee. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Second and 1.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And McKee will look to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Eagles.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Jake Elliott to kick
Now
off
after the
for
touchdown,
Philadelphia.
here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Mahomes will throw, finding Kelsey. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And that's complete to Brown. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. With just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Mahomes to the sideline and incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mahomes. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Philadelphia, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.